If you walk into almost any classroom in the US, you'll see students sitting in their desks with their head propped up on their hand, trying to stay awake. There is a solution to this boring and inactive classroom that we've all had to sit through over the years. A flipped classroom is not a new concept to the US, but the majority of the US is still teaching its students in a brick-and-mortar classroom. In a flipped classroom, the teacher has their main lesson in video form or some other way the student will be able to access it after school hours at home. And when the student comes in the next day, the teacher can go over any questions they may have from the night before. The students and teacher can have a more interactive classroom with experiments and trips and discussions about the material the students have already digested the previous night. A flipped classroom is a beneficial and innovative method of teaching that schools should have an open mind to. A flipped classroom is an excellent way for teachers to go at the pace of all their students. In the article, The Transformational Potential of Flipped Classrooms, Different Strokes for Different Folks, author Michael Horn states, if some students don't understand what is presented in a real-time classroom lecture, it's too bad for them. When the students can hit rewind as many times as they need to figure out the part that they do not understand, then the students can absorb the material in a more suitable way. In Lauren Williams' article, Flipped Classrooms 2.0, What's New, What's Next for the Flipped Classroom Format, she talks about a pro for science and math teachers. Instructors can record as they work through problems on their computer and explain as they go. It is a real benefit for students to have an option to see a tough or tricky problem worked out multiple times, just in case they missed a step. With videos and recordings of lessons, the students can retain the information at their own pace without taking up class time. With a more interactive classroom, the students are able to have more hands-on activities and can reabsorb the material in new and different ways that will help them understand the concept as a whole better. Teachers have found that they almost doubled the time from 19 minutes to 36 devoted to hands-on activities and small group problem solving, stated in Eric Brunstell's and Martin Hodges' article, Classroom in Action. Having more time for hands-on activities is something that most teachers strive for, because it allows the students to have peer guidance and they are able to help each other learn. A major issue that there is no rock-solid solution for yet are the low-income families that might not be able to afford the technology that is required for a flipped classroom. Homework periods are an option that schools can make available for students so they are able to get done what is needed for their flipped classes they have. Also, if possible, the school can make computer labs available after school hours so students can come in when needed. All of our minds work differently, and we don't all learn the same way. In a flipped classroom, there are multiple ways a student can choose to learn the material, and they are not limited to just taking notes off a PowerPoint. When students have a difficult time processing the information through listening to a lecture and taking notes, they lose confidence in their ability to absorb the new information. Having a flipped classroom allows students to be confident in their work and know that they know the material. It also allows the teachers to have more one-on-one time with their students, create an